Words cannot describe how excited, happy, and overjoyed I am to be finally getting to be able to call you my wife. I know this has been a long and wild ride. Just like that song I am listening to at the moment says, I will love you forever and ever, amen. I bet you can't figure out who sings that. Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked. You know, sparkly shit and things. Runs in the family.
Landon Wayne, hey baby, today is the day. Today is the day that we become husband and wife. The day we have been waiting for 5 years. Can you believe it? Who knew that a boy from South Dakota that I met online would be my lifelong partner? I know I might be extremely difficult to deal with sometimes, but I want you to know how much I love you. Even on the hard days, I love you.
Looking back on everything, I think it is still amazing. All that started from a simple swipe on a dating app. Who knows that would have led us to this wild and amazing journey together. But I knew from the first time I met you down in Lincoln in the apartment that smelled like cats, I knew you were the woman of my dreams, and a hell or high water one day I would marry you, and no matter what you'd say. But in all honesty, words cannot describe or even come close to describing the way I feel about you, Abbie. Period. As I start this new journey of my life with you, I know having you with me in this life, we can do anything. I know some days will be harder than others, but as long as we are patient with each other and love each other unconditionally, we can get through anything. But I just want you to know that today's going to be great. You're going to look beautiful, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I also say I love you to the moon and back, and much more, so top to you. Words can't describe how much I love you, and I'll love you forever and ever.
But before you, I had never knew if I would find my soulmate. I know now that I have, because in you I found a partner in life, a lover, a friend, a safe space, someone I can be my ugliest and most vulnerable with. Thank you for embracing all the parts that make me me. With you, I know I will never have to do anything alone. You're one of a kind, and I am so lucky to call you mine. I can't wait to continue building our life together. Love you to the moon and back, Abbie.
favorite days were when Abbie would stay the night at a friend's house or go on a school trip or when she was away at college. Now, and I don't even know when it changed, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually look forward to when she comes home, sometimes. Abbie and I never shared much when we were kids, or even throughout our lives, really. The only thing we really shared was a last name. And now, after almost 19 years of having at least one thing in common, the sharing of a last name is coming to an end. Now we have to pass you on to Landon, and we both know he'll make you happier than ever. He's a pretty alright guy. And Landon, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
I've been blessed to know Abbie and Landon through pretty much their entire relationship, and I truly couldn't imagine a better match. One thing that was so prominent during the time we lived together was how genuine, kind, and caring you are. Coincidentally, I got injured at the beginning of that sophomore year, and the way Abbie helped care for me was nothing short of amazing. It makes me so excited to watch you with your future children and the amazing mother you will be. Landon, you very quickly started taking up much of our conversations when you two met. Further down the line, our conversations turned into Abbie's scavenger hunt for the ring that you possibly bought. And I mean, she looked everywhere. I would get calls while she was elbow deep in the sock drawer asking where else she could possibly look for it. Finally, you did buy a ring. I was so excited when I got that long-awaited call that you bought the ring and needed a plan. At first, he asked me if he could just do it over pizza and beer, and naturally I said absolutely not. So we came up with the plan. I thought it was pretty cute, and then that plan failed, so we were on our third plan. It was still wonderful, in my opinion. Picnic in the park, chocolate-covered strawberries, as you guys are enjoying tonight. It was simple, but it was going to be great. Landon had even convinced her that he wanted to do a random picnic in the park, and she had bought it. But then it got cold in Lincoln, and Abbie didn't want to go. Landon was frantically texting me that she doesn't want to go, and then I got the text. Landon texted me and said, "Julia, she seriously just asked if we could stay home for pizza and beer." I cannot make this up. Abbie was mad at Landon, Landon was mad at me, it was a whole thing. But then she got to the park, she said yes, and here we are today. It all worked out. You two are the perfect match, and I couldn't be more excited that Landon is dating a forever best friend, me. Congrats to Abbie and Landon.
When weddings come, it's usually all about the dad. The dad gets the first dance, the dad gets to walk her down the aisle, gets a first look, and the mom does all the behind the scenes work. My mom has done a lot for this wedding behind the scenes that nobody knows about except for myself and probably Madison. Instead of all the single ladies coming out to the floor, I'm gonna dedicate a bouquet to my mom instead.
I don't think we've ever done anything not together, good and bad decisions. I've always known him as a brother to me. He went off to college and he would come back about every weekend. And one weekend he came back talking about this girl named Abbie. Couldn't stop talking about her. I've never heard him talk about anybody else like he did Abbie. He told me, he said, if this ain't the one, then he's gonna move out to the hills and become a hermit and die alone. Thank you, Abbie, for not making him do that. I've never seen him happier in his whole life, and I love to see you guys grow in your marriage, and I can see you guys going forever.